'cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. We got the right stuff. We put the hammer right down. Wanna be like us? You better stick around. If you want it, you gotta prove it. Like we do it, like we do it. Do it like we do it. 1, 'cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. 'Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. 'Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. 'Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
Welcome to the latest edition of the Downtown Now webinar series. My name is Michael Diemer. I'm President and CEO of Downtown Cleveland Alliance, and we're here today to talk about our Welcome Back to Downtown Cleveland campaign as we're welcoming workers, visitors, and residents back into downtown Cleveland as businesses are reopening and all of the energy and activity that you expect to see in downtown Cleveland is returning. We're having great success with the Welcome Back to Downtown Cleveland campaign. We launched it in the beginning of June, and over the course of the month of June, we saw a 112% increase in the level of tourism that downtown Cleveland saw over the previous year, and we saw retail foot traffic return to 95% of pre-pandemic levels. We're making a comeback. Downtown is coming back strong, but we want to continue to accelerate that recovery and bring more and more workers and visitors back into downtown Cleveland. One of the ways we're going to do that is by creating really irresistible experiences for workers and visitors. And one of our most unique experiences in downtown Cleveland are the shopping experiences that exist along historic Euclid Avenue. We're going to talk with Josh Carter. He's the general manager at Heinen's in downtown Cleveland.
Hey Michael, how are you?
All right, Josh, how you doing?
Very good, thank you.
Well, thanks again for agreeing to participate in our Downtown Now webinar. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely,
We're
anytime.
always looking for an opportunity to talk about the great things that Heinen's has brought to downtown. I thought we could begin by maybe just having you tell us a little bit about the initial decision that Heinen's made to come into downtown several years ago now. It was a big decision, an important decision at the time. Tell us a little bit about what went into it.
Yeah, so in talking to Tom and Jeff over the years, they understood being, a local Cleveland company that, momentum was picking up. They understood that the investment in the beginning would be, not great, but that with the momentum, with more people moving downtown, there needed to be a grocery store to keep that momentum going. So that decision was made, and what better building to kind of do that in than this beautiful building.
Well, I wanted to ask you about that because really, what a building. It's just more than just bringing a grocery store into downtown. It's really animating one of our most historic, iconic properties. I mean, tell us a little bit about the significance of being in this building.
Yeah, I mean, not too many cities do you visit where one of the top 10 things to do in that city is to visit a grocery store.
We get some strange looks when we tell people who are visiting us to say, you have to come downstairs and see the grocery store.
Yeah, absolutely. And we get visitors from all over the world checking out this store. And again, it's a beautiful store, and we can take a look at it.
Here we are in the historic Cleveland Rotunda. This is the amazing space that everybody wants to come to see when they come into town. I mean, tell us a little bit about how Heinen's uses this space, how you've used it in the past, how you're using it now, and maybe a little bit about how you're envisioning using it going forward.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, this was a huge lunch destination Monday through Friday for office workers working downtown. We don't have all of our options open right now. We have seating open for those office workers. Some of those people sat at their desk for the last 14 to 16 months, and just even to offer them a place to sit down that's not their office, not their desk.
One of the things we talk about a lot is, in order to draw people back into downtown, we need to offer them really unique experiences, and what more unique experience than coming to Heinen, sitting in this space and having a great lunch.
Absolutely. And again, we have a lot of different offerings. We have our prepared food options, sushi options, sandwiches, salads, soup we can heat up. We just expanded into this area. The two big draws prior to the pandemic were our salad bar and our global grill, which is our version of similar to like a Chipotle.
Right.
So we plan on having that open at some point in August.
Great.
So that's the biggest want right now as far as our
Great,
customers. We will be offering that Monday through Friday, 11 to 2.
Wonderful.
The salad bar will be a condensed version of what we used to do.
Sure.
But, even just to have some hot food option as far as a global grill, we anticipate it being a huge option for folks during lunch for the office workers.
Well, and I know one of the other big uses of the rotunda is the second floor, which I know is very popular with residents in particular. You talked about how Tom and Jeff Heinen really wanted to have a catalytic effect in growing the downtown population. I think when Heinen's came downtown, we were around 14,000 residents. We just crossed 20,000 residents. And I know one of the most popular destinations in downtown for residents is the second floor of Heinen's here with a terrific wine and beer selection. Would you tell us a little bit about what residents and visitors find when they come to the second floor of this beautiful space?
Yeah, I mean, coming back from the pandemic and after we reopened, this was the biggest want, that people wanted the second floor to be back open. We offer 8 different beers on tap. We have 40 wines on tap. We now offer some kombucha on tap, seltzers on tap. It's just a place that people can come, relax, have a couple cocktails, walk home, and they're not in a busy bar or somewhere where they can space out and really kind of relax and enjoy the atmosphere.
Well, I know, over the course of last year, the store was closed for a while, and then you reopened, but this space and the rotunda were closed even longer. So I know there was more time for that pent-up demand to build up. Can you tell me about the reaction that you got from your regular customers and the workers and visitors coming into downtown once this space reopened?
Having the beer and wine department downstairs, we didn't have all the things on tap. We had a much smaller selection when we reopened.
Right.
So now we've really expanded what our offerings were back to, prior to the pandemic. And it's, I would say our beer and wine selection here upstairs is, one of the tops in Cleveland, if not the top in Cleveland.
I can't think of a more unique experience than, relaxing with a glass of wine or a glass of beer in this beautiful, beautiful space.
We get a lot of people on the weekends, groups of 8-10 people that come up here. They meet down here. We have a group of ladies that meet down here quarterly. They're probably, my guess is, in their early 80s, and they just love the space. They used to bank at this building. Again, there's a lot of history in this building, and the more you can share that with people, the cooler it is. We get a lot of people that used to come here as kids that are now, elderly adults, and the first picture I usually kind of take them to is this picture, and they bring up, you can totally see, in the picture, most of that is still downstairs. The floor is still set up exactly the same. That's where we have our tables set up. The center piece right here is where the Cleveland Trust emblem is. And, a lot of those folks that I bring to this picture, they just, it brings up so many great memories for them. And it takes them right back to when they were kids. So it's always neat to bring them to this picture. I think it really resonates and kind of shows what we still have. All the columns are still the same, the floor is still the same, and we've repurposed a lot of the marble that you see in that picture with a lot of our tabletops and that kind of stuff up here.
We do such a great job in Cleveland of repurposing historic places and putting them to new uses, but I think this really has to be one of the most dramatic in all of downtown in terms of the beauty of the building and the drama of the use that it's being put to.
Yeah, and it's so neat. I mean, to hear some of the stories, and I mean, some of these folks are going back to 75, 80 years, and to hear some of that is, is pretty interesting. I've always said, if these walls could talk, who knows? Who knows what we could hear? Lots of stories here.
Yep. Lots of stories to come.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for taking the time this afternoon to tell us Heinen's story, and we're grateful for all of the contributions that Heinen's has made to downtown. And we look forward to supporting you and helping your team grow for many years to come.
All right, we appreciate that.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you.